Hello and thanks for checking out ChartGuys.com. We're proud to be one of the most successful technical analysis communities online, teaching you the skills to become a more confident, effective, and informed trader. Join our community of hundreds of analysts worldwide working together to learn the charts, generate profit, and achieve financial independence. For access to daily live chart analysis and market coverage, a thriving chat community, along with dozens of hours of exclusive educational materials. We look forward to seeing you. Let's check out some charts. AMJ traders checking in on the sector. So the S&P 500 closed a little bit weak. It's looking like we may start consolidation, keeping in mind that at this moment, SPY has a higher low every day, 6 days in a row, still intact. We haven't officially started daily consolidation there. So again, the setup is what happens if the S&P 500 starts consolidating. If I'm looking at CGC's chart in a vacuum by itself, I see a daily bull flag and I see a likely continuation pattern. And if I'm looking at just this, I would say I would expect continuation here. But knowing that the S&P 500 is due for daily consolidation, I don't have that confidence. So we saw a beautiful bull start to the morning, very significant, increasing 5-minute bull volume, 15 minutes into the morning, very notable, huge move, 10% plus. And then it just faded all the rest of the day and pulled back significantly with no hourly high or low even able to form convincingly. So what that leaves us with is our high, daily high or low of 1343, inability to break resistance, and now the question is, well, what if tomorrow SPY breaks the pattern of a higher low every day and sees another red day? Are we headed back down to test our low? Because if 1343 breaks, we have not changed the daily trend with a higher low and higher high. And if 1343 breaks, we then have a lower high and lower low, which is the exact opposite of what the bulls want to be seeing here at this point in time. So we have to continue watching the S&P 500, and it definitely hurt the bull attempts to see continuation on these bounces. Cron earnings reaction, bearish, but still in an uptrend. Anything above 498 is a daily high or low, so we could pull back another 10% and still be in a daily uptrend. So keeping an eye out for a potential playoff of that support if we do pull back more significantly. CTST is getting delisted, and finally perhaps some of the nails in the coffin as we've been waiting for that name, and that's why I stopped covering it long ago. And APHA. So again, daily high or low looked set. Did we change the hourly trend in favor of the bulls? The answer is no. So that was one way to stay patient. Low of the day was the low of consolidation. Big bull move, absolutely, 10%, but no hourly trend change. Daily consolidation still underway. Still tons of space for a daily high or low to form. And again, if we form a daily high or low quickly, odds for continuation remain high. If we keep pulling back for another few days, odds of an equilibrium then remain high or become high. So keeping an eye on the hourly trend, and right now it's in an hourly downtrend on a lot of names, showing us daily consolidation is continuing. After 86 on ACB, we're looking down at 77. Little double bottom today, but if the inside bar breaks bearish, at that point, we are a solid 25-30% away from our high. So again, what are the odds that we can form a daily high or low and then go 30% for continuation versus the odds that we form a daily high or low and then form a lower high and tightening range? The more we pull back, the higher the probability of a daily tightening range. TLRY had a huge bull move out of the gate first thing this morning and then gave a lot of it back. Did we change the hourly trend to form a daily high or low? No. So we have not formed a daily high or low. The bulls have to break 784 tomorrow for the daily high or low to be set. And I would say if we break $6, even at this point, we're looking for a daily lower high on any bounce because we would have to see a bounce of 60-70% to see a daily trend change and continuation. OGI continues to hold on fairly well. Inside bar today, if it breaks bearish, we're looking for a daily high or low to form, anything above 147, but holding well compared to names that have already been consolidating with a lower high, lower low every day for the last couple days. APHA, lower high 3 days in a row. OGI, lower high 1 day in a row. Little minor differences. Hexo Have we changed the hourly trend? No, the bulls would have to hold 73 and break 92 tomorrow for an hourly trend change to take place to give us a daily higher low. Let's say that it does. Let's say the bulls change the hourly trend. That would then require from 73 to 123, that would require a 68% bull move to see continuation. So even if we change the hourly trend, we're going to look for a lower high compared to that level. VFF, weak close, big pullback, never changed the daily trend. And that was our anti-FOMO, watching this move go up. If we missed it, the lack of daily trend changes. If we see a bear break tomorrow of 282, again at that point, size of the move needed to see continuation would be over 30%. Equilibrium is the most likely scenario. Definitely looking for higher lows compared to where we came from, but also then looking for lower highs. Labs continues to pull back. Definitely in equilibrium as the most likely scenario here. 120 has to hold. Have to change the hourly trend for the bulls. Then we look for the daily lower high and tightening range to start April. VLNS also standing out strong. Higher low every day the last 4 days. Higher high today is notable as well. And we are still holding an hourly uptrend. Higher low, another, and now trying for another. Lose the hourly uptrend, we zoom out and look for a daily higher low to form compared to 195 support. IIPR, a little bit toppy, still a possible bull flag, but if we see a bear break of 90, make that 73.50 a double bottom to low of the last 2 days, odds of a daily bull flag will decrease, and we'll then be looking for a tightening range. Hourly chart is in a downtrend with that support being tested. Cureleaf daily consolidation has begun. We never changed the daily trend. We had a higher low every day for 7 days in a row, and as soon as that broke, we knew the momentum had shifted. Only good thing for the bulls is the lack of any bear volume. Hourly trend has to go back to the bulls for the daily higher low to be set. Same for CWeb. CWeb held the low of yesterday. Good sign, but have to hold 566 and break 650 tomorrow to change the hourly trend and set a daily higher low. TRUL is the strongest USMJ name that I'm looking at. Still continuing on its bull move. Daily higher low support is 1140. If we see a bear break of 1264 tomorrow, which is the low of today, we'll see if the bulls can hold 1140 to keep that little higher low intact. But the size of the bounce on the weekly, certainly very notable. And again, we're looking at percentages and probabilities. What is the probability that we drop to a lower low? We'd have to drop 37% to break support. And just as a comparison, what do other names have to drop to break weekly support? CGC, 39%. That's a significant amount. And let's compare to some USMJ names. Cureleaf at this point to drop to a lower low on the daily would need to drop 34. So most names have about 30% to 35% space on the weekly time frame. Need to change daily trends on the names that have not and need to form weekly higher lows once we clearly top out. CL daily consolidation underway. Not really any significant follow through. 398 was the low of last week's consolidation. If 398 holds, continuation still potentially favorable. And if we break 398, then continuation a lot less likely. IAN, daily inside bar. If it breaks bearish, we have not bottomed. If it breaks bullish tomorrow over 78 cents, our daily higher low is set at 63. And we then shift our focus back to the high of 103. GTII, bulls would have to show up tomorrow for a potential continuation pattern. If we drop below $8, odds of a tightening range increase. Still healthy consolidation overall though. And Harv, short-term support 118. Then we're looking back at 67. No sign of a daily higher low being set. So clearly the top of the moves are set. And we're seeing momentum shift away in the broader market back towards the bears. And the question is, how is this sector going to respond if we start seeing a couple SPY red days in a row? It is worth watching for higher lows to form. Again, let's look at CGC. And even if we see a bear break and drop to a level under 1343, Still definitely worth watching for a play off of $9. And if we see a weekly inside bar and then break it bearish, maybe we're looking for a weekly higher low a couple weeks from now. So there will still be bull opportunities. It's just that momentum has been lost for the time being. There's also potentially some bearish news that New York is not going to be looking to legalize anytime soon, which was having some bulls hopeful in the short term, waiting for a little bit more development on that, but not looking like it's going to be in the upcoming, I think it was a budget that they were working on. So we'll see when we get our hourly trend changes back to the bulls to look for daily higher lows to try and form, and then we'll watch for tightening daily ranges. Have a good rest of your day.
Planted 36 raspberries this weekend all along this hill, and this is where all the blueberries are going to start leaving out. And I planted a couple fruit trees up there as well. Got a plum tree to plant, Santa Rosa plum. And a berry bush that I've never heard of. Yesberry Maxi Japanese Haskaps. And a vine to try and get it to climb up my light pole. Nelly Moser clematis.